Hola, bienvenidos. Welcome back to Spanish for Beginners. This is lesson 10 of course 1. As always, I'm your teacher, Isabella, and let's get started. Let's begin by reviewing the verbs from the previous lesson. Repeat after me. Ser, estar, tener, ir, poder, hablar, ver. Muy bien. So today we're continuing learning more important verbs. I've got 7 more for you today. Let's get into them. Saber, saber, saber. This is to know. Saber. Conocer, conocer, conocer. This is also to know. Conocer. The difference between conocer and saber is that saber is something concrete that you know, like a fact. Conocer is more like to be familiar with. I'm familiar with a person. I haven't met them, but I'm familiar with them. Or you can be familiar with a subject. You might not be an expert in biology, but you're familiar with it. Conocer can also mean to meet somebody. But if you know something for sure, then it's saber. Moving on. Poner, poner, poner. To put. Poner. Decir, decir, decir. To say. Decir. Querer, querer, querer. To want. Querer. Dar, dar, dar. To give. Dar. Comer, comer, comer. To eat. Comer. Alright, let's review how to conjugate AR verbs. Remember, this is just if they are regular. There are many irregular verbs in Spanish. But for the yo form, I, it's o, tú, has, él, ella, usted, a, nosotros, hamos, vosotros, habéis, ellos, ellas, ustedes, han. O, has, a, hamos, habéis, han. O, has, a, hamos, habéis, han. I know it's probably annoying to hear me say it over and over again, but I promise it's the best way to remember it. O, has, a, hamos, habéis, han. This is how we conjugate dar. Dar is irregular, but it's only irregular in the yo form. So it's not do, it's doy. Doy, das, da, damos, dais, dan. Yo doy, tú das, ella da, vosotros damos, vosotros dais, ustedes dan. Doy, das, da, damos, dais, dan. Now to the ER and IR verbs. Dar was our only AR verb. This is very similar, but the A changes to an E. O, es, e, hemos, eis, en. O, es, e, hemos, eis, en. O, es, e, hemos, eis, en. Muy bien. Let's look at some of the ER-IR words. Saber. Saber, like dar, is irregular. Yo sé. Yo sé. Tú sabes. Tú sabes. Él sabe. Él sabe. Nosotros sabemos. Nosotros sabemos. Vosotros sabéis. Vosotros sabéis. Ellas saben. Ellas saben. Muy bien. You'll notice that, like with dar, saber is only irregular in the yo form. The rest are all regular. I wish I could tell you that there's a pattern for when a verb is only irregular in the yo form, but unfortunately, there really isn't. It's just something you have to memorize. It's probably one of the most difficult things to learn for English speakers when they are learning Spanish. Conocer. Conocer is also irregular, but only irregular in the yo form. So it's yo conozco. Yo conozco. Or if you want to do the Latin American pronunciation, yo conozco. Absolutely preference whatever's easier for you. I say conozco. Yo conozco. Tú conoces. Ella conoce. Nosotros conocemos. Vosotros conocéis. Ustedes conocen. Muy bien. Poner. Poner. Another irregular and another irregular that is only irregular in the yo form. Yo pongo. Yo pongo. Tú pones. Tú pones. Él pone. Él pone. Nosotros ponemos. Nosotros ponemos. Vosotros ponéis. Vosotros ponéis. Ellas ponen. Ellas ponen. Muy bien. Next one. Decir. Decir, again, irregular, but only in the yo form. Yo digo. Yo digo. Tú dices. Tú dices. Usted dice. Usted dice. Nosotros decimos. Nosotros decimos. Vosotros decéis. Vosotros decéis. Ellos dicen. Ellos dicen. Muy bien. Querer. Querer is also irregular, but is irregular in these four forms. In yo, tú, él, ella, usted, y ellos, ellas, ustedes. In nosotros and vosotros, they are regular. Or sorry, it is regular. But it's irregular in these forms. So finally, one that's not only irregular in the yo form. Querer conjugates to yo quiero. Yo quiero. Tú quieres. Tú quieres. Ella quiere. Ella quiere. Nosotros queremos. Nosotros queremos. Vosotros queréis. Vosotros queréis. Ustedes quieren. Ustedes quieren. Muy bien. Comer. Comer, to eat, is regular. Yay! Our only regular verb for today. So this one's very easy. Yo como. Yo como. Tú comes. Tú comes. Él come. Él come. Nosotros comemos. Nosotros comemos. Vosotros coméis. Vosotros coméis. Ellas comen. Ellas comen. Muy bien. Let's do a practice. So I have a few phrases here using our vocabulary words. What I would like you to do is translate them. Don't worry about using the tú or the nosotros. You don't have to write it. You just have to write the conjugated word. For example, you wouldn't have to write tú dices. You could just write dices, because when you speak Spanish, you don't have to say the tú. By saying dices, the conjugation in the tú form, it already makes sense to the speaker which form you're using and to whom you're speaking. So don't worry about that here. Just go ahead, pause the video, and take a minute to translate these. How did you do? Let's check it. I know. Yo sé. Okay, I know I just said that you don't have to worry about these, but generally, if you're just saying I know in Spanish, like, oh yeah, I know, everyone says yo sé. So this is one exception, but don't worry. If you just wrote sé, that's totally fine. It's acceptable. He says, dice. They want, quieren. You know, conoces. We eat, comemos. She gives, da. I put, pongo. Muy bien. Let's do another one. Same sort of thing. Go ahead and pause the video and write your translations. How did you do? Let's check it. They know, saben. Y'all say, decís. I want, quiero. We know, conocemos. You eat, comes. I give, doy. She puts, pone. How did you do? If you got them all correct, great job. But if you didn't, don't worry. Since almost all of these are irregular, it does take some time to learn them. So you can go back and you can try it again. You can also write your own examples and try those as well. The best way to learn how to use these is to just practice them over and over again. The more you use them, the more natural it's going to be to conjugate them correctly in your head. All right, let's review the words before we go. Repeat after me. Saber. Conocer. Poner. Decir. Querer. Dar. Comer. Muy bien, felicidades, congratulations. You made it through another lesson. We have got so many more coming. You're going to learn a ton. So I will see you in the next lesson. Hasta luego.